What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do here on the Jam Session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money Making Wednesday, and today is a huge card, man. All 30 NBA teams are in action, 15 games on the card, and y'all know the drill, man. We're looking to cook it up and smash it per usual. Championship match tonight. My belt, my title is on the line, but I'm the champ for a reason. And we're looking to come out victorious. And at the end of the night, we're going to hear, and still. You feel me, man? Championship match tonight. Title on the line. We're going to come out victorious, man. We're going to do what we do, which is kick the crap out of the books, betting hoops. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video more than you know. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And, of course, I have premium plays over at the site. We did drop our NBA play of the night last night with the Indiana Pacers. Shout out the Knicks. A lot of Knicks fans in my DM last night. Stop hating on us. Stop hating on us. And gave y'all some credit last night. Give y'all credit where credit is due. You did play a banged-up Pacers team. No Miles Turner. You know, we can't act like that didn't happen. But at the same time, y'all did go on the road and handle business. Y'all back in action today. We'll talk about y'all here in a second. But, yeah, shout out the Knicks last night. Bounce back day for me on this Money Making Wednesday. All 30 teams in action. 15 games on the card. Championship match. Let's come out victorious, man. And without further ado, let's hop right to tonight's NBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get her done. First game up. We're in Boston. We're the defending champs. The Celtics are laying 8.5 points on the new look and improved San Antonio Spurs. Total 233.5. ESPN game tonight. This is one I don't want to overcomplicate. I'm on the San Antonio Spurs plus the points. I do think San Antonio's a little overrated, a little overvalued right now following the trade. Remember, this is still a 23-28 basketball team. I do think their future is bright. I do think we'll see this team take that next step eventually. But right now, I still think a lot of people have too high of expectations on San Antonio currently. But I am going to rock with the Spurs plus the points in this specific spot. It's mainly a fade of the Celtics more so than a play on San Antonio. We've been fading the Celtics in this spot all season long. The Celtics following a win this season, 8-22-1 ATS this season. They've only covered in 22% of their games following a win. And they're coming off back-to-back wins. Got to fade the Boston Celtics in this spot. Jaylen Brown, still game time decision for this one. May not even play. He did not play in the last game. Just to play on spot, play on situation. I think San Antonio can come in here and compete. It really wouldn't shock the hell out of me if the Spurs won this game outright. So give me the Spurs plus the points in our back pocket. First game of the day. We keep it rolling. We head over to Orlando where the Magic are laying 12.5 points on the Charlotte Hornets. Total 203.5. Charlotte comes into this one after losing to the Brooklyn Nets 97-89, failing to cover in that last one. The Charlotte Hornets have lost 4 of their last 5. They've also lost both meetings to Orlando this season. Orlando beat up on them the first game. They matched up back on the 12th of November in Orlando, 114-89, and the Magic also beat up on them in Charlotte back in November on the 25th, 95-84. Man, I know the Magic have been disgusting recently, bro. I get it. It's disgusting. We put them on the do not bet list. But tonight, I'm taking them off and I'm taking them. They're sizable favorites in this game for a reason. They are head and shoulders the better basketball team. And this team needs to wake up. And this is, I believe, a wake-up spot for them. Remember, over the last two seasons combined, the Orlando Magic are 34-13 ATS as home favorites. There's a reason we love and trust the Orlando Magic, man. There's a reason. 34-13 when favored at home over the last 2 seasons. ATS covering in 72% of these games. Come on, Orlando. Can we get y'all back, man? Can we get a home dominant win from the Magic like we used to? Hasn't been the same this season as they were last season, but I still believe in them. And I believe tonight's a night where they kind of wake up. Give me the Magic, land the points here in this one. We keep it rolling. We head over to Washington, where the Wizards are 9.5-point home dogs with the Indiana Pacers rolling in. Pacers, they were my loss last night in the NBA. Frustrating. They kind of were in it, and they weren't, and they were, and they weren't. They reeled them in, then the Knicks extended it again. It was one of those style games last night. We've seen the Pacers and the Wizards match up once this season. Pacers beat up on the Wizards 115-103 in Indiana on the 24th of November. Indiana on a back end of a back-to-back with travel, leaving Indiana heading to Washington. Washington right now, they've lost 3 straight. They lost to Cleveland, Atlanta, San Antonio, but have been semi-competitive in those games. In this one, though, I think Indiana's the head and shoulders better basketball team. I think the Linsanity run for Washington is over. They had a little momentum there for a while. It's over, and I think they get beat up in this game too. So give me the Pacers. Solid bounce back spot. They're head and shoulders a better basketball team. We've seen them cover on the road of recent. I think they come in here and flood Washington. Again, I think the Washington Wizards Linsanity run that they were on of covering, playing good, looking good, it's over. They're about to return back to one of the worst teams in all of the NBA, if not the worst team in all of the NBA. Let's keep it rolling. We head over to Brooklyn, where the Nets are 2.5-point home dogs with the Philadelphia 76ers rolling in. Honestly, this is one of my least favorite games on the entire card. I'm telling y'all right here, right now, I will have absolutely $0 on this game tonight. I'm cool on it. Keep an eye on his injury report. You just don't know what'll happen. Joel Embiid could play, may not play. Where the line sits right now is looking like he ain't playing. So, just keep an eye out on that. The Sixers, they've been disgusting. They've lost 4 of their last 5, including, make that 5 of their last 6, including a loss last night to the Toronto Raptors at home, 106-103. Now on a back end of a back-to-back with travel, leaving Philadelphia, heading to Brooklyn. Just not a great spot to be laying points with the Sixers. You feel me? On the flip side, I know Brooklyn has played well. They've won 4 of their last 5, but still, Brooklyn is not. They're a decent ATS team, as you see on your screen right now, but at home, they're not as good as you would expect them to be. The Brooklyn Nets are 10-15 ATS at home this season, so it's not like they're crazy profitable at home. They play their better basketball on the road, believe it or not. And I just don't want to bet this game. Feel me? Forced to play it, I would lean towards Brooklyn, but it's a small lean at best. We keep it rolling, man. We head over to New York, where those damn Knicks, man, are 8.5-point home favorites over the Atlanta Hawks. Total 239.5. Right now, it's kind of hard to read this game because at the time of recording this video, no injury news has come out. You feel me? It wouldn't shock the hell out of me if the Knicks sat some guys on the second leg of a back-to-back. It wouldn't shock the hell out of me. You feel me? With second leg of a back-to-back with travel, it wouldn't shock me if they sat some guys here. Atlanta's injury report is also ugly. Trae Young, game time decision. I need to know what's up with Trae. But I have about a 90% feeling that he plays. And if Trae plays, I'm on the Hawks, man. I love the Trae Young Knicks rivalry. I love it. The Hawks, we've been able to bet them in the underdog role this season. They're not nearly as bad ATS this season as they were last season. Last season, they were the clear-cut, far and away worst ATS team in the league. This season, they've been profitable in certain spots, certain situations, and this small underdog role is kind of where they've been profitable at. Just think it's a bad spot for New York on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel following a competitive Eastern Conference matchup last night, and then they probably got another one tonight. Trae Young in the Garden, y'all know he be tripping. Y'all know the Knicks going to be in there trying. Fuck Trae Young. He going to come out there balling like he usually do. Or at least that's how I think it plays out. I'm on the Hawks plus the points here in this one. And if you watch the morning show, you know what today is, man. Today is Hawk Romanelli Wednesday. And them Hawks usually show out in a big way on Hawk Romanelli Wednesday, man. We keep it rolling, though. We head over to Toronto, where the Raptors are 14.5-point home dogs with the Cleveland Cavs rolling in. Cleveland is right now the number 2 ATS team in all of the league right now behind the Memphis Grizzlies. Cleveland full season, 34-19 ATS. They've covered in 64.2% of their games. Cleveland has been a money-making machine this season, but that still doesn't mean we go in like 14.5 points on the money-making Toronto Raptors. Cleveland number 2, the Raptors number 4. It goes Memphis, Cleveland, OKC, Toronto, LA, Portland, LA, Houston. Those are the most money-making teams this season in the NBA in that exact order. Where we love to bet the Raptors this season is at home, at the crib, in the home underdog role. And in that role this season, they're 16, 7, and 1. Cashing like nobody's business, man. 16, 7, and 1 as a home underdog. Sign me up here getting 14.5 with the Raptors. It is what it is. Fading Cleveland is not fun. We know that. We've tried to do it in certain spots, certain situations. We haven't cashed the way we want to in trying to do so. Tonight does make my stomach hurt fading Cleveland, but I wholeheartedly believe it's the right spot to grab the points with the Raptors. Again, 16, 7, and 1 as a home underdog this season. It's been the spot we've trusted them. It's been the spot we've made money with them this season. Currently, the number 4 ATS team in the NBA. Cleveland is number 2, but the Raptors have made money this season as well, and I think this is just a case of too many points. We'll keep it rolling. We head over to Chicago, where your Chicago Bulls are 6.5-point home dogs with the Detroit Pistons rolling in. Total 236.5. These two teams played yesterday, and the Pistons took them behind the woodshed. 132-92 was the final score in that game. What was score at half? It was 29 to 75? It was terrible. The Pistons kicked the fucking crap out of the Bulls yesterday. Leaning on my spots, leaning on my situations, I'm leaning on the Chicago Bulls plus the points in this one, bro. Y'all just got embarrassed in the worst fashion possible at home. And in the quick revenge spot, we just got aired out by y'all last night at home, embarrassed. I think Chicago comes in here and plays this one a little closer to the vest. Detroit is head and shoulders a better basketball team. I do expect the Detroit Pistons to win this basketball game, but I have to grab the points with the Chicago Bulls in the quick revenge spot. Man, you just got embarrassed on your home floor last night. You can't let them come in there and do it to you like that in back-to-back games the very next night. It just don't work that way. Give me Chicago plus the points. Quick revenge spot is my angle here in this one. I get it. It's not fun trying to take the Bulls following a 50-point blowout last night, only getting 8, but I believe it's the right play. Keep it rolling, man. We head over to Minnesota, where the Timberwolves, a.k.a. the House of Disappointment, are laying 6.5 points on the Milwaukee Bucks. Total 224.5. Another interesting game we got going on here. Not one I'm totally in love with. Y'all know my thoughts on Minnesota when they're laying points at home, man. I don't trust them. We've been calling them the House of Disappointment for the last 3 seasons. And the reason is because right when you expect Minnesota to do something, they never fucking do it. Never. Minnesota this season as a home favorite, 7-17 ATS, man. This team is not profitable by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not rushing to lay points with this team. I don't like Milwaukee either. I hate betting Milwaukee, but forced to play this game, I would lean towards Milwaukee. I understand that they're banged up, missing their best player, Giannis Antetokounmpo, but I still would lean in the direction of the Milwaukee Bucks. Damian Lillard, game time decision in this one as well. Keep an eye out on that. Anthony Edwards, game time decision. Dante DiVincenzo out. Randall's out. Mike Conley, game time decision. This is just an ugly basketball game. 14 other games on the card tonight. Plenty of other better places to put our money. At least at the time of recording this video. Once some of this injury news clears up, one of y'all at me on Twitter, and I'll let y'all know if my thoughts have changed at all on this game. But as of right now, the smallest lean on the Milwaukee Bucks, but 9 times out of 10 will have no money on this game by game time. We keep it rolling. We got the last and final game of the night that I absolutely hate and will be having absolutely $0 on. We got the 2 teams on the top of the do not bet list. We got the number 1 team, the Sacramento Kings, laying 5.5 points on the number 2 team on the list, the New Orleans Pelicans. Total 238.5. I'm sorry. I can't bet this game, bro. I just can't. It's not a great spot for Sacramento, man. Road favorites. Sacramento, road favorite. Can't do it. Sacramento, one of the worst ATS teams in all of the NBA. Can't do it. Not laying points with this team on the road. They did get a road win in their last one and win over the team in Dallas. The DeRozan game winner. Shout out the Kings for that one. But laying over a bucket on the road with the Kings, I can't do it, won't do it. But in that same breath, I'm damn sure not betting New Orleans. We've been fading them almost just as blindly. And if there was a spot where the Kings were going to get a nice road win, comfortable, it would be over the Pelicans. Pelicans so banged up right now. This team is pitiful. Smallest lean on the Kings. But I promise y'all, I wouldn't bet this game with your money. I wouldn't do it. So, just my thoughts, man. Again, there's 15 games on the card tonight. I don't got to bet all of them. I don't have to have the most perfect reasoning on all of them either. I'm just letting y'all know my thoughts, bro, on how I see the game. And I don't see myself putting money on the Kings or the Pelicans anywhere soon in my future. We got the Thunder Buddies, man, our favorite money-making team, laying 13.5 points on the Miami Heat. Total 219.5. Say it with me, man. Thunder Buddies for life. We're going to 11 points here in this one, man. Miami, they're still in a little figure each other out period. I do think here soon we'll be able to bet Miami. We'll be able to bet the Heat off the strength of Heat culture. But right here, right now, I'm not interested in betting them. The way they got beat up by the Boston Celtics in that last game, I'm cool. I'm cool on betting Miami until they show me signs and tendencies on why I should do it. You feel me? They let the Celtics cover following a win, something the Celtics have only done 20% of the time this season. So I'm definitely not rushing right back to the Miami Heat. The Thunder Buddies, man, the third best ATS team in the league this season. We trust these boys. We've laid huge numbers with them all season long. The reason they're able to lay these huge numbers is they're so great defensively. And that's why I think in the West, they can beat just about anybody except for maybe the Lakers, because the Lakers have the absolute kryptonite of the Thunder Buddies, which is the Don, Luka Doncic. We'll talk about that later down the line. I haven't made any futures plays or anything like that since the league has shaken up. I haven't made a prediction or anything like that. I'm trying to wait to see how it plays out. I'll come out with my predictions post All-Star break. But what I'm saying is, I love the way the Thunder play defense. And against 90% of the league, that defense can carry you through. And in a game tonight, like against Miami, a team that's not an offensive juggernaut, a team that's not an offensive, style team, I think that defense wears them down. And I think as the game progresses, they're going to be up 6, up 8, up 9, up 12, up 20 at one point, win the game by like 16. That's the Thunder Buddies we know. Thunder Buddies we love. We trust them at home, at the crib. I think they take the Miami Heat behind the woodshed. I'm laying the points here with the Thunder Buddies, man. Thunder Buddies for life. We keep it rolling. We head over to Houston. Houston, we have a problem, man. The Houston Rockets. What the fuck is going on? I don't know what's going on with the Houston Rockets, but they're laying 6.5 points tonight on the Phoenix Suns. Total 224 here in this one. The Suns, they've been free falling as well. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Losses to Portland in back-to-back games on the road. Then they got aired out by Oklahoma City. They did turn around and beat Utah in an overtime game at home, and then they turned around and got flooded the very next night at home by the Denver Chicken Nuggets. And then last night, they got beat at home by the Memphis Grizzlies, 119-112. Phoenix on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel, heading to Houston, I think is a terrible spot for them. Look at Phoenix ATS numbers on your screen. The Suns are the absolute worst ATS team in the league. There's nobody worse than them. Think about how bad Sacramento is. Think about how bad New Orleans is. Think about how bad Philadelphia is and how much I bashed them this season and how much money we've made just blindly fading those teams. Phoenix is worse. Phoenix is worse, bro. And we just got to continue to blindly fade them. Houston, they kind of showed us some signs in that last game against the Raptors. They won 94-87. They didn't cover. Unfortunately, we were there. They didn't cover in that game. But late in that game, we started to see the signs on why we love the Rockets. Now that they're comfortable at home, they've been at home. They've had a couple nights sleep in their own beds following that terrible road trip they were on. Tonight's the night the Rockets return. Back to the Rockets we know and love, man. The Rockets, they go stupid, dummy, crazy at home. Houston, we have a problem, man. I think the Houston Rockets return back home tonight and do what we know them to do, which is kick the crap out of opponents at the crib. Give me the Rockets. I'm laying the points, continuing to fade the worst ATS team in the league, the Phoenix Suns. Let's keep it rolling, man. We head over to Denver, where the Chicken Nuggets are laying 11.5 points on the Portland Trail Blazers. Total 233.5. We just saw these two boys play recently. It was, 2 days ago? The Nuggets beat up on the Blazers 146-117. We had been on the Blazers for a little minute, especially during that little homestand they had. Following that homestand, I told y'all, I ain't gonna lie, I think the Blazers' insanity run is over. And we faded them in back-to-back road games, cashed with Minnesota, cashed with Denver. And tonight, I think we cashed with Denver again. The Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home at the crib. We don't fade Denver unless we have a clear, and I mean clear and concise reason to do so. And quick revenge on the road is not clear enough. It's not clear enough to fade Denver in Denver. If this game was in Portland in a quick revenge spot, we would 1,000% be on the Portland Trail Blazers. But in Denver, can't do it, won't do it. The Nuggets, we trust them at home, man. They returned back to the Nuggets. Earlier this season, we were like, damn, what's up with Denver, man? What they got going on? But now, those concerns, they're gone. You know? Jokic, I don't know if y'all watched Jokic last game against Portland. He was out there tripping. Aiden couldn't do nothing to him. And what's changed in 2 days? Nothing. Aiden still won't be able to do nothing with him tonight. Give me the Nuggets, land the points. They go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. We keep it rolling, man. We head to my city, where the team from my city, the Mavs, are laying 6.5 points. Or 6.5 point home dogs with the Golden State Warriors rolling in. I'm laying the points with the Warriors here, man. It is what it is. Continuing to fade Dallas is what I want to do. I'm just letting y'all know my thoughts. If y'all like Dallas, take them. I'm telling you what I'm doing. Right now, bro, I've never seen this in my lifetime where a team just completely had momentum going, not like this, but like this. The Mavs, as a franchise, were going straight like this, and then immediately went like this. Didn't even start trending downward. They were here and then nosedive. You traded away your generational 25-year-old superstar who has more first-team All-NBAs than Steph Curry. You know what I mean? Imagine if the Warriors had traded Curry early in his career. We had them ankle injuries when they was losing to the Grizzlies and shit in the playoffs. Imagine if they would have traded him. You feel me? Before they got it done. You know? Don't even make sense. Anyways, and then not only do you trade that guy, you trade him for reasonings based on conditioning and durability. For a guy with bigger durability issues, who comes out, plays his first game, tries to hype the city up, and guess what? Gets hurt and is now out indefinitely. The very next game, you have people in the stands booing heavily. You're kicking out fans. Your former owner turning around telling people, shut up, sit down. All four of your bigs are hurt, injured, and out. All four of them. Gafford, Lively, Powell, and Anthony Davis. They're all out in this basketball game tonight. The sky is falling in Dallas quickly. The owner got booed. Jason Kidd didn't do a press conference after the last game, man. The sky is falling in Dallas, Brody. And as a spot and situation better, I'm not trying to bet on a team in this spot, bro. We've never seen a team go from the mountaintop, from in the NBA Finals, one of the most relevant teams in the league, to completely, utterly gone and due to their own problems that quick. We've never seen anything like this. So if you want to take the Mavs, by all means, take them. I can't with a clear conscience. I can't, and I won't. Warriors. Last and final game of the night. We got the Los Angeles Clippers at home at the crib, laying 4.5 points on the Memphis Grizzlies. Total 237.5. Grizzlies, man, they beat up on the Suns last night in Phoenix. Now they're on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, leaving Phoenix, heading to Los Angeles. Grizzlies are the number one ATS team in the league. They're 35-18 this season against the number. They've covered in 66% of their games. I hate the spot. I hate the situation for them tonight, though, and I have to fade them. We trust Memphis more at home, at the crib in Memphis, where they go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. On the road is where you're able to fade them more often than not, more so than you are at home. We did like them last night, though. But, so I don't like the spot for them on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. And then remember, the Clippers, they're balling right now at home. The Clippers right now this season are the #1 home ATS team in the league. The Clippers are 13-5 this season as home favorites. So when the Clippers are favored at home this season, they've handled business. And I think this is just another spot due to how the spot sets up where the Clippers do exactly that. So here in our last and final game of the night, I don't fade Memphis often, the #1 ATS team in the league, but on the road on the second leg of a back-to-back, heading to the team that's been the best this season when they're favored at home, the Clippers, who built a multi-billion-dollar arena to be good at home, a wall and some more shit, I think that's the perfect spot to fade Memphis. You feel me? So give me the Clippers here in our last and final game of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, we made it to the end of the episode, man. I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Money Making Wednesday, 30 teams in action. We just covered all 15 games. I broke them down, let you guys know my thoughts, let you guys know my opinion, and hopefully we come out on the other side green. You guys can scoop up my NBA Play of the Day over at Pickdawgz Premium. You guys can hop on something long-term. When you hop on something long-term, you get every single play that I release, every single sport for the duration of the package that you scoop up. I'll have a good handful of plays tonight, like over 5 for sure tonight in the NBA on this huge card. So officially over at Pickdawgz Premium, man. So y'all can be on the lookout for that. As I said in the intro, man, hey, championship match tonight. I have to defend my title tonight, man. Title defense tonight. And we look to come out victorious in here. And still. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know, man. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'm out of here. Peace.